All right. All right. Welcome to Tommy Knows Best Sports Podcast. Today, tonight, I'm going to talk about the NFL Divisional Round of the playoffs, and I'm going to talk about the Bruins and the Celtics. We're going to start off with the Divisional Round of the playoffs and today's game and right now's game. We're going to start off with today's game. How about that win by the Kansas City Chiefs? Huh? What about that win by the Chiefs earlier today? That was a good game. I thought Jacksonville was going to come back and win. I thought they were going to come back and upset them. What did you guys all think about that? What did you guys all think about the game? What do you guys think about all these games? 27-20 was the final. And right now, I am watching the Eagles game, and they're winning 28-0. Giants can't do nothing. Giants cannot do nothing. They can't even score right now. It's crazy with this team. Last week, the Giants showed up. This week, the Giants ain't showing up. I don't know what Giants team they're getting tonight over here, but wow. What a game right now for the Eagles. 28-0. The Eagles, don't sleep on them neither. They could go to the Super Bowl. Who do you guys got going to the Super Bowl? Because my Super Bowl team is the Cincinnati Bengals. Who are yours? Drop into some comments. I'll answer them. Who are your Super Bowl teams, guys? Who are your Super Bowl teams? Like I said, mine is the Cincinnati Bengals versus San Francisco. Tomorrow, I can't wait for that San Fran game. I just can't wait for that. Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go Brock Purdy and the 49ers. Got to beat this Dallas Cowboys team. I want to see them beat this Cowboys team. Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. I want to see the story continue with this kid. This kid is really, really good, Mr. Irrelevant. That kid is playing lights out. And them going after Christian McCaffrey in the NFL trade deadline, that was huge for that team. Deebo Samuel's a beast. George Kittle's a beast. Brandon Ayuk. That team is playing good. That team is one of the best defenses in the league. I say them and the Eagles and then Dallas. But I got San Fran winning that game. And tomorrow's game I like I said, my Super Bowl team, Cincinnati Bengals at the Buffalo Bills. That's going to be a good one. Remember those two teams were going to play, and then all that stuff with Damar Hamlin happened, and they had to postpone the game and canceled it. And, hey, now these two teams see each other in the divisional round. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a battle. I got Cincinnati still winning that one, even though they're banged up on the offensive line. They have no offensive line, but who cares? That team could still win. That team has Joey B, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. You got Joe Mixon. Even that defense is good. Even that defense can play good. They just got to keep up with Buffalo. They got to keep up with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. They got to score. That Buffalo team puts up points. And yes, is it going to be that same Buffalo team that lost to the Minnesota Vikings in Week 10? Can we see that Buffalo team? Or can we see that Buffalo team that was blowing the lead last week? Hopefully something like that happens in that game. And since he wins, that's going to be a big game. But the lock of the weekend is for divisional round is tomorrow's game. The San Francisco 49ers. Lock them in. San Fran. Let's go. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, is going to go beast mode tomorrow on the Cowboys defense. Beast mode. Let's go, Brock Purdy. Mr. Irrelevant. Let's go. Keep it up. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Now I'm going to jump into my next topic, and it's about the Bruins. And before I talk about the Bruins today, I went to a Matt Grzelcyk signing at the South Shore Mall. Yes, at the South Shore Mall. And it was fun. I had a fun time. I met Matt Grizzlick. I took a picture with him with my podcast sign, and he signed it. And I was telling him about my podcast, and I'm going to try to get him on here. He said he's down to do it. Let's make it happen. And I want to say thanks to my friend Ray Purdue, who watches my podcast and is a big #1 supporter of the podcast, a big fan of mine. I want to say thank you for taking me to that today. I appreciated it. I did a job that was accomplished. I met Matt Grizzlick. It was fun. And it's all on my podcast page, that photo of me, Matt Grizzlick, and my #1 fan, Ray Badu. I hope you're going to watch this podcast. This is for you, and this is for all my other fans that love me and support me. And anyways, I'm going to talk about the Bruins. How about them winning a couple nights ago and back-to-back games in New York? New York. They beat the Islanders the night before, and they beat the Rangers on Thursday. And the Bruins team is playing good. Swayman's getting his confidence back. And right now, the Bruins have 76 points, and they can break a record in the NHL. They can break a record. They can break the Montreal Canadiens record, 1976 team, the 1977 team that finished off with 132 points. You guys remember that? All my old school hockey friends that seen that? You guys remember that? The Bruins could break that record. And do the math if you want to do it. I can't do it right now, but they could break that record. And I want to see this team break the record. I want to see this team win the President's Cup and then do good in the playoffs, win the Stanley Cup, because this team right now is a Stanley Cup team. This Bruins team is a Stanley Cup team. They just got to add at the trade deadline, get like a goal scorer, get Bo Horvat, get him at the trade deadline if you can. And that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to jump into the Celtics, and this is my last topic. And the Celtics played on Thursday night, and they did play again tonight, and they won. And yeah, they beat the Golden State Warriors. I want to talk about that game. They won, but they almost coughed up the W. They wanted to give it back to them. They won 121-118. And I want to ask people, are the Golden States the Celtics daddies? Are they the Celtics daddies? I want to know what you guys got to say. Jump into some comments. I'll answer these. I'll watch this, and I'll answer the comments. What do you guys think about Golden State? Even though they're not a 500 team, and the Celtics are the best team in the league. They are. And the thing was on Thursday night, some of the time they weren't playing defense like they don't do sometimes. Their defense has been horrible, but they're trying to clean it up, which is good. I like it. Jason Tatum had a bad night too. On top of that, he didn't have a good night really. And there's gonna be some nights he's gonna have a bad night, but you cannot have a bad night that a team that owned you last year in the NBA Finals and you most lost to them again, but you won. Cannot do that. And can this Celtics team beat them in a 7-game series this year in the NBA Finals if it's the Warriors and the Celtics again in the NBA Finals? Can the Celtics beat them in a 7-game series? I could say yes. I'm not afraid of Golden State. You just got to beat them if they get there. And even if they make the playoffs or not. Because right now that Golden State team is not good. They're not even a 500 team like I said. And the West is wide open. It's wide open. The West is wide open. It's wide open. But anyways, no, I want to jump into another topic. So the Patriots have been on the move lately, the past couple of days, on a move for a new offensive coordinator, and they interviewed a couple guys, and they interviewed Bill O'Brien as one of their offense coordinator coaches. Bill O'Brien. And the Patriots should bring him back. Bring Bill O'Brien back here. Why not? He'll help Mac Jones. And he'll be there for Mac Jones. He'll help him out. But this is what the Patriots should do. They got to do good in the draft this year. They got to do good in free agency this year. They got the money to spend. And if Bill O'Brien comes back here, this is what I was hearing. If he comes back here, would you bring Brady back here too next year? Drop in the comments and I'll answer that. Would you bring Brady back here too? I say no. He wouldn't want to come back here. I want to see him go to Vegas or go to another team in the AFC East and stick it up Bill's keister and say adios amigo. Hey, hi Nicole. I miss you, and I'm glad you're watching the podcast. But anyways, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to watch the end of this beatdown that the Eagles are giving to the Giants. And I'm going to get ready for tomorrow's games. I'm ready for Cincinnati, and I'm ready for San Francisco. Sorry, Gene. Sorry, Gene. Sorry, Gene. Go 49ers. Go Niners. Go Brock Purdy. Go Brock Purdy. Go Brock Purdy. Go Brock Purdy. Go Brock Purdy.